How do you prepare for an audition?
So for orchestral auditions, it was a really precise practice that I was doing. I tried to do everything that was written in the score and interpretate not so much. I tried to focus on rhythm and tuning, and I was preparing it with several teachers just to have how you say it, also for a taste reason to understand what was the general need in an audition, because I think it's also very difficult to do an audition because it's not the same when you play in an orchestra. Auditions are something that is completely different. You are, for instance, alone playing, and usually in the orchestra it's not like that. You have to know what the conductor idea is and try to collaborate, so to find a middle between your idea and the one of the conductor. And but I think it's also important to not be anonymous, so to show as well something that you got, and not to just be used as an instrument or something. Maybe before it was like that. I think that nowadays also younger generation of conductors and conductors in general as well, Martin Fröst for example, they want somebody that is proposing, and then they shape, they try to find something that is both ways good for them and for you. And before maybe it was more like, okay, you just play correct, nice, beautiful as I tell you, and then we are both happy. I think that changed a lot nowadays, so because we have much more personalities in the orchestra.
How is working with Martin Fröst?
In 2018 I did this audition for the Swedish Chamber Orchestra, and I got in and I had the chance to work a lot with Martin Fröst, both as a conductor and as a player, and it was very inspiring because he is one of the most versatile clarinet players, of course, nowadays, and he used this aspect of his playing to put it also in conducting, and he's doing pretty much everything that he is doing with the clarinet. He's trying to put it as well in the orchestral music. So of course he's very alive, and he shapes also the sounds in a nice way that is similar, as I said, to the clarinet playing. And with the orchestra it was a great experience. So it was 4 years. It's a beautiful chamber orchestra where I had many experiences with so many conductors and so many artists. And now I'm going to take a break from the orchestra to focus a bit more on my soloistic career and on teaching. So I take 1 year sabbatical from the orchestra. And I think that also my illness taught me that I need to take a little bit more time for myself. And of course, playing full-time in an orchestra and then taking free, going in another place and playing soloist, chamber music and master classes and whatever, it was a little bit too much. It was not coping. So I hope that maybe in this year I will rebalance myself in order to find a solution to be in all these aspects of music, because I'm still in love with orchestral playing. I think that is a big advantage for orchestral players in to access in a different way the soloistic world, because you know how it is to play in the orchestra, you know what the orchestra needs from your side, you know that they need clearness, you know that you need to have movements that are really clear, and so I think that it's very important to continue all the aspects, because they are compensating each other. And I think Emmanuel Paus said that many times in interviews, and I love this how he put it, that every aspect, solo and chamber music and orchestral work, they are influencing each other and they are interconnected, and they make all these worlds more complete. Because of course when you play in the orchestra you need to adapt yourself like in chamber music, but you need as well to be to show some ideas and to propose in your solo like a soloist. And when you play solo, you are not always solo. Sometimes it can be that you are accompanying, or you are not the most relevant part. You don't have the most relevant part of the musical talking, and so you need to play less, or to try to get in the orchestra sound. So they are all interconnected and they are all helping each other. And so now I think that for me it's a time to reset things, also for a health reason, because I don't want to do too much, and I would like to cut one aspect for 1 year. So probably I will not completely stop playing in orchestra. Now and there, if there are possibilities, I of course will accept, but I will not do as much as I would do before.
How did you prepare for the Geneva competition?
Geneva competition for me was 1 year preparation almost. And I remember that in January or February I was already thinking about all the pieces that I would play in the competition, so and how I would interpret them. And so it was a long process. Of course, meanwhile I was doing many other things, but I had a problem that actually I think in the end was a big luck, and that was that I fractured my left wrist in the summer. So I stopped playing for almost 2 months, and I think I recovered in middle September, and the competition was in beginning of November. And I used this time to get all the scores and spend time with them alone, and I think I learned the music in a much deeper way, because I was not able to play it. I was just able to listen to it and read it. And so I knew exactly, for example, what the orchestra was doing in the contemporary piece or in the other piece, and the piano score, I was really learning it intensively, and I think that was a big help afterwards when I got to play again, and also it relaxed me, because I thought that I'm trying to do the maximum, the whatever it takes to get to pass the rounds, but not because I needed to show to somebody. I just wanted to enjoy, and in order to enjoy, I needed to play well. So it was not anymore that kind of pressure that you usually have in competition. I want to pass because I want. No, I just wanted to have fun, and I think that changed a lot of perspective. And also the days before the first round, I was throwing up because I had some balance issues with my ear, I remember. And when I played Schumann, I closed my eyes because still I was not stable. So I think that were some crystals in my ear that moved. And so everything was not supposed to go well, but it went well because I was so much distracted from other factors, and also the fact that I closed so much my eyes gave me this much deeper connection with music, and the fact that I fractured my wrist gave me yeah, again, this connection with music in a deeper level that permitted me to show really my musical personality and less of this. I mean, of course, this was okay, was in order. I cleaned it in these 2 months. But I think the musical part was really the thing that got through. And I will never forget the second round, because there I really gave all myself, all my soul, and I cried afterwards, and it was so beautiful sensation that I really said to myself, I don't care if I don't pass. I know that I love what I am doing, and I will continue anyway, whatever happens. And that was a really beautiful sensation, I think.
A concert that you will always remember?
I have several, but maybe so the ones with the most emotional impact were the one time I replaced Martin in a concert with Swedish Chamber Orchestra in Budapest. That was of course not totally as expected, but of course it was Mozart concerto, so I mean we have it, we don't take so much time to get it back. But I think that as I saw also in the reviews, they could see the spontaneous child in the music, but as well the control and the mature thinking about the piece, and I think that was actually what happened, because as I didn't have much notice, and I wasn't at all playing Mozart in these days, there was this child aspect, because it was like rediscovering Mozart in some way, but I was still thinking in my head, yeah, but I have to control some things because it needs to be good. And so in the end, the concert was very nice because with these two aspects, and with a lot of opera and characters in my head, and because it was so spontaneous that they reached me out of control. So I really could see an opera meanwhile playing. So that was very beautiful. And then there are other three. One was Herbert Blomstedt, 8 of Bruckner in Gustav Mahler Jugendorchester 2015. We did an amazing tour, and that remained in my heart for a long time. That was very beautiful because I loved that man. My God, he had so many beautiful ideas, so sparkling and so young inside. Age is just a number, because in his head all this inspiration that he gave us was immense. It was incredible. And then there are these two concerts. One was before, when they told me that I had cancer. They let me do just one concert still, and that was in Germany, in Rheingau, because Beatrice Ranna, this amazing pianist, she invited me for this festival, and then I was supposed to go to Italy to continue in another festival with the same program. And I did my first Bartók contrasts, and of course, with the fact that I knew that was my last concert, and I was not able to do other concerts in the future because of all the time in the hospital and the chemotherapy and all this stuff. That was really intense, and I cried a lot afterwards. And then it was one of the first concerts that I did after. That was for the hematology department association, that were like some people collecting funds for their activities for the sick people in that department. And when I played, I was very, very touched. I was playing with my pianist Simone Rugani, and it was very, very beautiful for both of us. It was really intense moment, because it was not perfect concert, I admit, but emotionally it was really, really strong. And I think also in the music it was really, really strong. And yeah, so these are my several best concerts, let's say, but there are many others.
Any advice for the clarinetistas del futuro?
Stay curious, enjoy life at the deepest, and try to put your life in music, as I said. Mentally, try to relax sometimes. Don't be in pressure all the time, because creativity comes also from relax. I mean, the best ideas come just in the moment where you don't feel pressure. So you have to get rid of the pressure, and nowadays it's very difficult because socially you are pressed all the time, and actually also physically. So you need to train, you need to go to run, you need to do planks, you need to not eat too much, and you need to not drink too much. You need to have a good balance, or at least try to do it as much as you can, and sleep. This is very important. And then just when you have a very good mental and physical state, then you can do something great with your instrument. So I think that we don't need to we need to not forget that about our bodies. And this I say because I had this cancer, so I know what I'm talking about.